Hi guys, I miss you so much. So I'm here in the studio doing pre-point class and I hope you will join along and be doing all of your exercises at home. We're gonna start off with our therabands, pushing them over our toes, just like this. And we're gonna do 16 with 2 feet, ball, point, ball, flex them all the way back. When I have my feet flexed, you should see they come off the ground just a bit. I'm flexing so hard. And when I point, I'm using every single part of my foot. I'm also trying to keep them even, okay? So that means not like this together or not apart. All right, so let's start with 2 feet and then we'll move into 1 foot. Ready? And ball, push, and 1. And 2, keep your back lifted throughout. 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, breathe, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Now we're going to switch to 1 foot only. All right, so try to keep lifted. Ready? And 1, 2, stay lifted, 4, 6, 10. Remember to count so you don't forget, like me. 11, 13, 15, and we're going to switch now to do just our left foot. Keeping our backs nice and lifted, just a little bit over your toe. Make sure you're still flexing pretty hard. And pointing with your entire foot. 1, 2, 3, 9, 12, 'kay. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is take your band and for this you can find a chair, anything. Sometimes we do this in class with a partner. A table leg works really well because that's a little bit heavier. But you tie your band in a loop. Right here. And you're going to use the pressure on your ankle and try to keep your ankle straight in a situation where it's getting pulled against. Ankle here. So I'm putting it around my ankle here. I'm trying to keep my feet parallel with my big toes facing front. Keep a little bit of pressure on here. And now I'm going to go up, try to go even with my ankles over my toes and layer down in my elevate. So this is going to be 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Good. So what you're trying to avoid here is your ankle twisting, going out to the side, not being completely over on your feet. Good. So now I'm going to try my other foot. little resistance. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Good, so now I'm gonna take that to the side. I'm gonna practice my doming. We talked about this in class a little bit. So what we're trying to do is make a curve with the arch of our foot. And it's almost like we're trying to send our toes back to our heel. So when I take my foot, I squish my toes, I pull them back, and I try to make my ball here without crunching my toes. And when I'm done, I shouldn't be able to lift them up. They should be quite there, and then I relax. Good, so I'm gonna do that 5 times. And 2, release, and 3, release, and 4, release, and 5. Okay, good. So this is what it looks like from the front. When I pull my toes back together, it's almost like they're all squishing in together. 1, release, and 2, release, and 3, release, and 4, release, and bring it back 5, and release. Good. All right, I'm gonna bring you up here. Let's see. All right, this works. All right, side to sides are pretty easy to do at home. So just take your band and wrap, make it kind of tight, but not too tight. So we're working on our stabilizers right here on our sides. And in pre-point, if you take this class, you know that we add squats into them too. So instead of doing 10 across the room and 10 back, you can do 5, however much space that you have at home. Right. The bar here, just so you can see. All right. So it's important to keep your spine nice and straight, but also that your toes are facing directly forward. You don't have one coming out to the side, or when you step, you're not sliding in at a different angle. They're both facing directly front. And I like to keep my hands on my hips just so I can focus on keeping my spine straight. So I'm gonna go side, I'm gonna go 1, and 2, and 3, and back. 1, and 2, and 3. Good, and then I'm gonna keep going until I get to 16. 3. Gonna add in a few more because I can start to feel it burn, which is a good feeling. And you always know when I say that we're doing a set of a certain number, I normally mean about twice that number, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna add in some squats so you can see what that looks like. I'm gonna go 1, and squat down like I'm sitting, and straight back up. 1, trying to keep my feet still even. 3, and down. 1, down. 2. Do one more set. And if you notice, when I do my squat, my knees are staying in line over my toes. That's really the goal of this, is that everything stays in line together. All right, good. Put this one down. Now we're gonna do those tiptoe squats we have been working on. These are hard, I'll be honest. So really what we're doing a squat in our releve, and we're trying to keep our ankles in line over our toes. Really our arch over our first two toes, our big toe. Now, when you go up, you're gonna go up on your full releve, and when you plie, you wanna keep your knees over those toes. So I'm at my turnout. Your turnout, of course, is from your femur, wraps all the way down, and your toes are out to the side. So I'm here, I'm lifting up, I'm gonna go up to my releve, I'm going to plie down, full squat up, and then lower, okay? So we'll do 5 of those. 1, and lower, 2, and lower, 3, and lower, 4, and lower, 5. Good. Try to keep your core strong. Nice. All right. Now, speaking of core, we need to do our abs. So we'll start with a set about here, making sure that you keep like an apple between your chin and your chest. We'll do 8. Then we'll lift up our legs crossed for 8, go straight for 8. We'll come back up. We will do, let's do our toes to the side. We'll do 8, toes to the side, 8, open and close for 8. Okay? All right. And I'll do it so you can see me facing front. And up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're gonna lift it up crossed, just like this. Good. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Straight up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're gonna put toes down to the side. Yes, just like this. Good. We're gonna bring our arms up. Yeah. 1. Rolling your spine every time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And switch it over. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now open and close, yeah? 1, 2, remember to roll down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, and stretch it out. Okay, now let's do some bar. Okay, so we'll start out, we'll do parallel, toes facing front, ball, push, ball, lower, ball, push, ball, lower. We'll do 4 roll throughs, plie, knees over toes, push, knees over toes, up and lower. Do that 4 times. 2, 3. The 4th time, elevate down, lower down, and then we'll open to second. We'll do the same in second, or first, sorry. Ha! First, ball, push, and down. Push, and down. roll throughs, then in second, then we'll come back to first and do a nice little balance, okay? Good. So you'll see in the beginning of the video, I was looking down, yeah, at my feet, and that caused my spine to curve. And especially if you're using a chair at home, yeah, you want to make sure that you still stay aligned with your armpit, in line with your hip, and then not because you're on a chair, you start to look down or to lean forward over, okay? The next thing we're going to do are eleves or releves. So we're going to do 8 eleves in first position. Plie releve with your coupe for 8 on your right leg, back to center, 8 eleves, and then plie coupe, releve up for 8 on your left leg. And then we'll come back to center and check our balance and make sure our ankles are over our toes and we're nice and lined up, okay? brush our foot front. We'll do some ankle rolls, tendu close. With our left to front. Ankle rolls, tendu close. From the back, the same. From the back, yeah. Now remember, from the front going out, on dehors, yeah, out the door, back coming in. On didan, keeping your yawns, okay? And then we're gonna take our right leg, we're gonna brush it through, stretch it up into that arabesque and close, and then the same with our left. Okay, let's try some stuff in center. We'll work on balancing, pulling up our passe, traveling back. We'll do 4, traveling front, 4. We'll push up onto our releve, try to keep everything lifted, 4, and travel back for 4. Good. Everybody loses their balance, and it's how you act afterwards that really makes up for it. So I fell off my balance, yeah, a little bit. So that means the next one I try to compensate and fix it. So if I'm falling over to the left, I pull my body over more to the right, yeah? And it's also important to really breathe through it. Access your core. We're pushing down, pulling up, same time. All of these muscles in here, our core wraps around to our back, yes? So every time you push up into your elevated center, really try to find that balance of down and up at the same time, okay? Now, let's do in center. You guys remember this one, I'm sure. We're gonna start on our right leg. We're gonna brush our left back, and we're going to make our T. Yeah, we're gonna plie down, try to stabilize our ankle, and bring it back up. So that kind of looks like this. Here, I go forward, I'm flat, head to tail, I plie over my leg, and then I stretch back up through my core. Okay, from the side, it kind of looks like this, yeah? Here, plie, and stretch back up, one line, okay? So let's do 5 on our right, and then 5 on our left. Okay, so if you have a tennis ball right now, now's the time to get it out. Yeah. We're gonna place it between our ankles here. And we're gonna try to use our muscles to squeeze while we keep our toes in line for plie and stretch. And we're gonna releve up and lower. Plie and stretch, up and lower. And 3, and lift, and 4, and lift, and 5, and lift, and 6, lift, just 2 more, and 7, and 8, and lower. Now we're going to elevate up. 1 and lower. 2, no plie. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. All right, you guys, well, thanks for coming to class with me today. And remember, if you're practicing around the house, try your roll throughs as you're walking around, yeah? Up onto your releve and control your plie down. Okay, bye.